Hello, my dear friend. Let me ask you something rather curious. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to become wealthier almost by accident? Not overnight, not through winning the lottery, just gradually. 1 month from now, they're doing reasonably well. A few months later, they've picked up a new client. Then comes a promotion, an unexpected refund, a profitable idea, a recommendation from someone they barely know. Nothing spectacular. Yet somehow, life seems determined to keep adding to what they already have. Now compare that with someone else. They work just as hard, perhaps even harder. Yet every month feels like a race simply to stand still. Money comes in, money goes out, and they quietly wonder, will it always be like this? Florence Scovel Shinn believed the answer to that question was a very definite no. Not because she thought money magically appeared out of thin air. She wasn't interested in fantasy. She was more interested in invisible principles, the sort that quietly influences our lives, whether we understand them or not. One of those principles might surprise you. Florence believed that before abundance changes in your bank account, it usually changes your expectations. That sounds almost too simple, which is probably why so many people overlook it. Most of us have become experts at predicting tomorrow from yesterday. If money has always been difficult, it'll probably stay difficult. If nobody has offered me a better opportunity yet, they probably never will. If I've struggled this long, well, you know how that sentence usually ends. Florence would probably smile at that and say, "My dear, don't hire yesterday to write tomorrow's story." I rather like that. It's gentle. It's hopeful. And it reminds us that yesterday is in fact wonderfully unqualified for the job. Now here's something I've noticed over the years. Ask someone how they're doing financially, and they'll usually tell you a story. Sometimes it's a hopeful story. Sometimes it's a fearful one. Sometimes it's a story they've been telling for 20 years. The remarkable thing is that many people keep editing their bank balance without ever editing the story. Florence understood that stories matter, not because they cast spells, but because they quietly shape expectations, and expectations shape decisions. Think about it. Someone who expects opportunities will notice opportunities. Someone who expects rejection often talks themselves out of trying before they've even begun. Life hasn't changed. Their expectations have. Here's a little observation Florence might have enjoyed. Some people check their bank balance 5 times a day, and their imagination only once a month. No wonder one stays exactly the same. Now, before anyone writes to me saying, "Are you telling us to ignore reality?" Not at all. Florence never encouraged people to deny what they could plainly see. If it was raining, she didn't insist it was sunny. She simply refused to believe today's weather forecast had authority over the rest of your life. There's a tremendous difference. Today's circumstances are information. They are not prophecy. And that's one of the most liberating ideas Florence ever shared. She believed your supply wasn't limited to your employer, or your pension, or your customers, or even your current circumstances. She believed divine intelligence had countless channels through which increase could arrive. Some expected, some wonderfully unexpected. Which brings us to the question we all want answered. If that's true, why do some people seem to experience a steady increase while others remain stuck in exactly the same place? The answer isn't what most people think. And in just a moment, I'm going to share the simple declaration that Florence would have wanted you to repeat, not merely with your voice, but with genuine expectation. Because sometimes, one sentence can quietly begin changing the story you've been telling yourself for years. So, what is this simple declaration? It's just 5 words. 5 words that, if spoken with genuine expectation rather than empty repetition, can begin changing the way you think about money, opportunity, and abundance. Here it is. My income multiplies monthly. Now, don't rush past it. Florence never believed words were magical all by themselves. She believed words became powerful when they were accepted by the subconscious mind. In other words, don't simply say the words. Allow yourself to believe that your life can become greater than it is today. Notice something very important. The affirmation doesn't say, "My income doubles tomorrow." It doesn't demand a miracle before breakfast. It simply assumes that life is moving in the direction of increase. Month by month, step by step, opportunity by opportunity. That is a far calmer expectation. And I suspect Florence would approve. She often reminded people that divine supply arrives through perfect channels. Sometimes those channels are obvious, sometimes they're wonderfully unexpected. Perhaps you've already experienced one. Someone recommends your business. An old friend calls with an opportunity. A hobby suddenly becomes profitable. A publisher says yes. A customer buys more than you expected. A forgotten investment appears. Life can be wonderfully inventive when we stop insisting it must arrive in one particular way. Which brings me to a lovely Florence-style observation. Some people spend so much time watching one door, they completely miss the 3 windows opening behind them. Don't become so attached to one outcome that you overlook all the others. Now, I'd like us to pause together for a moment. Not for me. For you. Take a slow breath, relax your shoulders, and say these words gently. Not as a wish, not as a demand, but as a quiet expectation. My income multiplies monthly. Again, my income multiplies monthly. And one last time, my income multiplies monthly. Now, if those words resonate with you, I'd love it if you wrote them in the comments below. Simply write, my income multiplies monthly. Think of it as making a small promise to your future self. Years from now, you may look back at this very moment and smile. Now here's the important part. Once you've spoken those words, don't spend the rest of the day arguing with them. It's surprisingly common. People say an affirmation in the morning, then spend the afternoon saying, nothing ever works out for me. Poor affirmation. It never stood a chance. It's rather like planting a tiny candle in the middle of a gale. Florence would probably smile kindly and remind us that our dominant thoughts matter far more than our occasional ones. So during the coming days, begin asking yourself a different question. Instead of, why isn't anything changing? Ask, I wonder what opportunity is making its way towards me today. Can you feel the difference? One question closes the mind. The other quietly opens it. You'll probably notice something else. You become more alert. You return that phone call. You send the email. You introduce yourself. You say yes to something you might once have avoided. Was it the affirmation? Or was it the new expectation the affirmation helped create? Perhaps it's a little of both. And that's where Florence's teaching becomes beautifully practical. She never encouraged people to sit in an armchair waiting for abundance to knock politely on the front door. She expected action, inspired action, the kind that feels natural rather than forced. It's almost as though life whispers, there's your next step, and you simply take it. Sometimes that's all it takes. One conversation, one decision, one small act of courage, and suddenly, your story begins to change. Before we finish today, I'd like to leave you with one final thought. Florence Scovel Shinn believed that life is always responding to our expectations. Not occasionally, not when it's convenient, but quietly, faithfully, day after day. That doesn't mean every wish appears overnight. It means that every hopeful thought plants a seed, and every positive expectation opens another door through which opportunity can arrive. So don't become discouraged if you don't see immediate results. A gardener doesn't dig up a seed after 2 days to see whether it's growing. They simply keep watering it. Your expectations deserve the same patience. I sometimes think Florence would smile and say, my dear, don't keep checking whether your miracle has left home yet. It already knows your address. I rather like that thought. Life has a funny way of surprising us when we stop trying to control every detail and simply remain open to what comes next. A phone call, an idea, a recommendation, a new opportunity, the perfect timing. These things often arrive through the channels Florence called expected and unexpected. So tomorrow morning, before your day begins, pause for just a few moments and repeat today's affirmation with confidence. My income multiplies monthly. Divine abundance flows to me through expected and unexpected channels. Then let it go. Live your day. Smile a little more. Expect good things. and stay open to whatever life places in your path. If today's message resonated with you, I'd love you to write one simple sentence in the comments below. My income multiplies monthly. I always enjoy reading your comments, and it's wonderful to see so many people encouraging one another. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more timeless wisdom from Florence Scovel Shinn. Until next time, remember, the life you expect tomorrow begins with the thoughts you choose today. Take care, my dear friend, and I'll see you again very soon.